So actually, in November around here, I've seen some Halloween decorations still up, like a blow up pumpkin or something. Because it's November 6th at this point, I really want it. Not like I would
It
actually
is
do
not
it.
the 6th, by the way. It is the 8th.
It's
You're
the
just
I wanted to punt that pumpkin. I was like, this needs to be gone. It's November 8th at this point. I saw it on the 6th. I'm sorry. I don't know why I remember
It's
the day that
okay.
I saw it. It was
It's okay.
Monday. That's why. But yes, I wanted to punt that pumpkin. I was like, there's no more Halloween. Halloween's done. When Halloween's over, the decoration needs to be down within the day or two of it being over. And it's partially because I don't like Halloween, but
That's
also
harsh, man.
it's Christmas time. Get the Halloween decorations
That's
down.
harsh. What an
Woo!
You should leave in that silence. People are gonna
I
be like, "What?"
I do. I don't edit. I don't chop up a bunch of stuff anymore. I just kind of go like, let it be
Have
what it's
you
gonna be.
have you heard of the millennial pause?
Oh yeah, for the
Yeah,
when taking videos.
yeah. Do you do it? I don't think
No,
I've like paid attention or tried to at least.
I do so much recording stuff. I don't do it. I know I don't because I
Mm,
mean you got to think. I mean I'm recording something every week at this point.
yeah.
So I don't. I know just press the button. I mean if I am recording a video, I don't pause because it has a delay. I'm just like gaining my thoughts kind of thing, and I know I'm going to edit it later, right?
Man, such a millennial. Wait.
Isn't that
Wow,
the
that was
isn't that the
powerful.
opposite? Isn't that the opposite of a millennial though? Because I don't do the pause.
No, it is. I was just saying you're rationalizing the pause,
But I
and
don't
you
have.
shouldn't.
So I have a pause, but it's not because of the waiting for the camera to start or the recording to start. But
Yeah.
you know.
Anyways, that was just a random thought. Anyways, what are we talking about today, Brandon?
Dude, we have so much stuff. I'm excited. So much stuff. We're probably not going to get through all of it. We're going to start off with with Fortnite. We have a game. We'll do Fortnite and then to the game because they're both
All right.
games.
Sounds great.
Okay. Have you been able to play Fortnite?
I haven't yet, and there's a couple reasons for that. One, I just was never a Fortnite person, so like it's not like this doesn't hit for me like it does for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like people played Fortnite, and I casually played Fortnite. And it's not. It's also not because I think I was above it or anything. I just didn't play it. I played other stuff.
Yeah.
But I am planning on playing it soon.
Yeah. I'm playing. I've almost scheduled out. Like tonight, I'm playing with my brother at 8:30. I was like, all right, 8:30. Does that work for you? So we like to play with people.
That's how it should be.
Because you have to. You schedule it out, and we planned this out on Sunday. I was like, all right, we played on Sunday, and I was like, all right, let's figure out another time to play. So let's do Monday 8:30. So I told Cole before this started that I am going to have at least 2 rants in this episode, and one's going to start right now, and a very positive but also negative rant that I think you might also agree with, even though you
Okay.
haven't played Fortnite. Okay.
Okay.
So I think one of the things that a lot of gamers, as they start getting older, as far as games, what they miss isn't necessarily a game or something specific about a game. It's playing with your friends. And I'm not getting emotional. I'm just my voice is just going out. Is playing with your friends. The time in which it doesn't matter what time it is, everyone's on, you're gaming, you're just having a good time, whether you're winning or losing. That's the memory. That's what you're trying to grab onto. As you get older, more responsibilities. Yeah. Games change. There hasn't really been a game, I would say, in the past couple of years that a lot of people really all play. And Fortnite was one of those big ones that everyone was like, we're playing it. And there was this golden era of certain seasons inside of Fortnite that everyone was playing. Everyone was talking about it. Everyone was a part of it. Sometimes you couldn't even get in on the squad because there was someone else on the squad, and it was fun. And then Fortnite decided, we're going to change a bunch of stuff all the time. And we're not going to listen to the people that are going to the comment section on our Instagram, which was me included, not saying anything, and just reading what people are saying. And I would say if I were to take 10 people randomly that I've played with or athletes that I've trained that played in the really good era of Fortnite between seasons 2 and whatever after, I guess, and ask them the same questions on what you'd want the game to be, I think we would agree on 90% of the stuff. And lo and behold, Fortnite finally listened, and they brought back the original map. and a bunch of other stuff, and they peaked on on how many people were actually playing, and it's actually fun again. And it's super exciting. And the issue is don't change anything again. And I'm going to go into why you couldn't change stuff all the time. And then I'll be done with this rant. But Fortnite is where it needs to be. And it's been a lot of fun. It's only been out for a week. I know they're going to change up a little bit. Hopefully they keep it. But for a gaming community to be on such the same page and a company like Epic not really listening drives me insane. And when you constantly change stuff inside of a game, one of the biggest issues for someone like a casual player like me, where I can't play 10 hours a day every single day of the week like little kids can. I'm playing 1 to 2, 3 times a week, maybe 3 if the game's really good, which I'm doing right now. As a casual gamer, if every week I log on and I got to learn a new meta of how to play the game, I can't play the game. So Fortnite, thank you for bringing back stuff. Don't change it. A ton of stuff all the time, and Cole will have to play. That's my Fortnite rant.
I would love to play. I think this is a great commentary on how advertising nostalgia is very powerful. That's what I took from your rant. So
Yeah, well, it's one of the big streamers that was a big part of Fortnite back in the day. Cypher basically was like, all right, at what point is Fortnite going to bring it back to where they are now? Because they know they have to. They know people want it to be back
Yep.
there. Is it going to be at a point in which they want as many eyes on the game as possible because the next season they're going to do is be something crazy, or they are just in desperation mode where they want to get as many people as possible?
I don't think they're in desperation mode because
I
it's
don't think they are
still
either.
one of the
Yeah.
giant, just monster gaming not platforms, but whatever. It's a giant game. And I think they just did it to bring in more people, probably to do something crazy, is my guess, or to just go in the direction they were already planning on going. But now they have a bigger audience that's looking and playing and gonna continue playing probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now, there are some issues with the game, and I don't want to keep this as positive as possible because I really do enjoy playing it right now. But one of the biggest issues is there's a lot of bots. And when I say bots, I mean like actual AI bots when you're playing.
Yeah.
So you might be in a squad game and your team has 20 kills and you win, which we had like 20 plus kills when we won one of the games this past weekend. And I would say half of those, if not more, were bots, which is fine to kind of learn the game back, but then it's kind of also not as satisfying because you're
Oh,
not
it's
playing
definitely not.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a genius. I didn't know that they were filling lobbies with bots until I saw it on TikTok, but it kind of makes sense. So you don't have a bunch of people waiting to play in long queues, and you don't have lobbies that are not match made correctly skill wise. So you can
Yeah.
like fill lobbies with very similar skill level players or whatever. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I think they
interesting,
just,
but I agree it's not as satisfying.
yeah, they just need to take him out a little bit. I don't mind every now and then because you can tell. I mean, you can tell. You're like, all right, I mean,
Yep.
I was playing with my brother and he hasn't played Fortnite nearly as much as I have. And when we're playing, I was like, I could just tell without even seeing the person just how they're moving or building or
Oh yeah.
shooting. I'm like, that's a bot. And he goes, how do you know? I was like, it's a bot. And I just know enough.
You just
Yeah,
know.
especially in that game. But the nice thing is for someone like you that hasn't played Fortnite a lot, the building can be really challenging, but they have no build in right now, so that's like the starting point for you. It's not
Oh
like
yeah.
yeah.
No, when I played my cousins, that's the only game they play, just hundreds of hours. And so when I play with them, they play no build because they don't want to deal with it in the first place, and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't
What
know. It's
was
weird watching someone just like tower all the way up, and I'm like, oh, okay.
People are so fast. I am very very okay at building. I can do it. I can compete, but if someone's above, if someone's even, I'm below average. If someone's even average, it's a battle, but it's
It
fun.
is
I like the building.
crazy.
What was one of the? We won't talk about video games the whole episode. This will be the last thing I'll kind of ask you. What is one of your video games that nostalgically in the past was something that you just enjoyed playing with friends? Like that comes to the top of your mind. You have one? Minecraft.
Probably Minecraft. Yeah, that's the first thing I was gonna say is Minecraft. The first time I played it was on my Xbox, and I would just get on after school with a couple friends, and this one friend was a crazy builder, so he would be in the middle of building a project, and I would just like get supplies for him and stuff, and that was always interesting. But I still kind of play Minecraft, and I still sort of play video games with my friends, not nearly to the same degree and amounts, but I try and keep up as best I
Yeah.
can. So
Yeah, I think I have two, like more, even more nostalgic than Fortnite. I have two. One of them being Halo back in the day, dude. The Halo era was just so
yeah,
epic. It was a time in which you can't really ever get back. It just was a time period, and you can't go back to it, and that was a lot of fun. And then Call of Duty definitely as well, but I think one of my favorite ones was Destiny. It was my brother and
oh
one of our
yeah,
really good friends, Travis. And every week there was a new raid or like a reset where you had to basically go back and play this and do that to kind of further your character or get certain armor and whatnot. And it was just, I mean, it was a reset, I think, on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, religiously. You didn't even have to ask if someone was, everyone was on and you're
yeah.
just playing. So that was a lot of fun. Those
The
are,
other thing I missed out on was Call of Duty, and part of that was my parents were those type of parents. Rated M, get it out of here. Rated
yeah,
T,
it is a
that's
violent
for
game.
you. It is a
Yeah.
violent game, I understand, but I missed out on friendships and opportunities. So
Yeah. Call of Duty, Call of
you
Duty.
hear this, Mom? You know what's up. All right.
You know what I'm talking about. All right, game time. We have 6 questions. We're a couple weeks behind on this. Cole's Wi-Fi unluckily went out,
Dude,
so we.
a full week. A full week. Monday to Monday. How do you do that?
I don't know. That's crazy that it's out for
And
that
what's
long.
so insane too, and here's my theory about it. No way my apartment people will ever hear this, but if you do, I'm talking to you. They had Wi-Fi in the other building where they worked, but not in the building where I live. I
Mhm.
think if the Wi-Fi was out in the building where they worked, it would have been fixed pretty quick.
I agree with you.
So,
Definitely a little bit quicker. They have to.
yeah, obviously.
I still don't understand why it was took so long to get your Wi-Fi, but
I
we're
don't know.
back.
There was a lot of problems. Game time.
Game time. Okay. 6 questions. As always, randomized. I asked them on the Instagram page. I think there were more people this time that were involved. I'll check the numbers when we're done, which is good. It's building.
I always
And
look at it and I'm like, I should vote. I want to vote, but that's cheating.
yeah, I guess it is
Tipping the scales.
a little
And
bit.
I get to see at some point what the progress is.
Yeah, that's true. So we got 6 questions. If you want to play along with this game ever, make sure you follow the Edge Instagram and you can play. I post it usually on like Wednesdays, the week before the episode. So yeah, if you're on YouTube, it's on, yeah, do all those things. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. We've got, what is better? Would you rather have the best burger or the best steak?
I feel like for me personally, it's steak, but I feel like burger is more accessible and or more widely appealing. So people would rather have a burger, better burger, best burger
Okay,
than a best steak. I'm going to go 70-30
70
burger.
30. So okay,
70
burger.
burger.
Okay, I have a little leg up on this one because I've asked my athletes before.
See, he's cheating, guys.
Hold on.
He is cheating.
I'm not cheating. I have a leg up a little bit, and whenever I ask this question in class with my younger athletes, especially, they tend to go with steak, and then I always argue
That's
for
interesting.
me. I always go burger. I think burger has so many more. Just like if I want a steak, there's so much more to it. You can change the bun. You can add bacon. You can do different sauces. You can have a steak burger. There's it's more dynamic. A burger is for sure. But I think I'm gonna go with not cheating. I think it still is gonna be burger, and I think it's gonna be really tight. I'm gonna go 60-40. Okay. Here we go. It is 50-50.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No.
We got 19 votes for burger and 19 votes for steak. Well,
That's
we both voted.
annoying. And
So
we're
there,
both 50-50 each other.
yeah. So that one's just
Oh.
negated.
Boo. Next.
Question number 2: goldfish flavor. So regular goldfish, but they come out of either the small aluminum baggies or a regular bag or the big milk carton. Which one is better? Now, before I even ask that question, Do you think that they taste different? Because I
No,
do.
no,
No? You don't think they taste
no.
different? Have you had all three of them?
Yeah, so we're talking about the small bag
Hmm.
with like the unfurling little top thing. You know, you
Yep.
yeah.
I'm
Talking about the big milk carton where you
gonna clip
like
that sound effect and use that on my videos from now on.
yeah. You got the big milk carton where you basically open it like a milk carton, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And then what's the middle one?
The little aluminum baggies, like the snack baggies, the little bitty ones.
Oh yeah, yeah. No taste difference.
Okay. Well, you're wrong, and we're gonna have to get that sorted out a little bit because there definitely
So
is.
so there were three options:
Yes, this one has three.
33, 33, 33.
That's not gonna happen.
Because that's what it should be.
But it's not because I've
Okay, fine.
asked.
Okay, fine. Big milk carton is going to win, and it's going to be 50, 30, 20. Who
Okay.
cares about the 30, 20?
So I'm gonna explain to you how they taste different, and you might have to get you to try this. Objectively, what ends up happening is the inside of the aluminum bags, the inside of it
God.
affects the way it tastes.
Oh,
And then when you
God.
get the milk carton, there's no aluminum on the inside. And then when you have the regular baggie, there's also aluminum, but it also has something else as far as the size go. So I think the order, I think the order is going to be little bag, medium bag, milk carton. You ready?
Top to bottom? Wait. Who wins?
The little bitty bag.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
All right, here we go. Okay, the big milk carton won at
Obviously.
51%.
Oh, it's almost like I called that. All right.
The regular bag at 31, and the small bags at 18. See, people do agree they taste different.
You're so crazy, dude.
They taste different.
Dude,
All right.
isn't your whole brand like science and like making sports things accurate, you know?
Yeah. And but the thing is, we're being so accurate because I just broke it down. It comes in a cardboard box, which affects the flavor.
Dude.
It's like here's another great example. When you have a Coke from McDonald's or a Coke out of the can or a Coke just in a different area, you can tell the subtle differences.
Yeah, but
correct?
listen. Hey, but
No.
no. I'm going to speak now. They mix it differently. There's a different mixture of it.
Okay.
They make the goldfish and then put it in the container.
This is when you're okay. McDonald's was not a good example. Let me back it up a little bit. I'm going to give you a different example. Let's say you drink a soda out of the can versus a soda out of a plastic bottle.
Yeah.
Versus a soda out of, we'll say, at Chipotle, not at McDonald's because I know they have a different one. At Chipotle, and it's in one of the little cardboard cups.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me there's not a different flavor?
I'm telling you, if you took it out of the container, no. Because your goldfish, you're taking it out of the container and then eating it. If you took that soda and put it in a neutral container, in the same container, it would taste the same. You're tasting the container because when you sip the can, the metal's on your mouth. When you sip the straw, the plastic is on your mouth. Okay. If you put all three of those different sodas into the same type of container, it would taste the same.
I'm gonna agree with you and disagree with you. So you're all
Dude.
hold on. I'm gonna tell you what.
Okay.
So
all right, go.
I'm gonna agree with you from the standpoint of when you're drinking a soda out of the thing, because a lot of the times when I'm eating goldfish, I actually pour them, which is going to, the smell is going to affect the way in which you eat them. Okay, so if you do take them out, then maybe you are correct. But I like, especially the milk carton, I like to kind of drink them. But I still think
Dude, they're huge. You just and then you get back on your Fortnite, you know.
Yeah, it's a combination of maybe the smell. Either way.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, all right. Here's what I'll say is I do understand what you're saying. I definitely have that opinion about something, but it is not in this realm.
Okay. Next, Nike or Adidas? We're off the food now.
I feel like Adidas has kind of like shifted into popularity recently, but I don't know if it overtakes Nike just yet. So I'm going to go with 65 Nike, 35 Adidas.
I'm going to go Nike 70. I'm going to go higher. I think Nike's going to be higher. 70,
Really?
30. Yeah. Just, I mean, I like Adidas, but still doesn't take over Nike. All right. We've got 82 Nike, 18 Adidas.
Okay, never mind. It's
36
definitely wrong.
votes to 8.
Wow.
All right. Any rants
I
on
guess
that
it's
one?
fair.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, not really.
Okay. This one's gonna be. I don't. This one's gonna be a little challenging. I think. Would you prefer it to be really hot outside, so 100 degrees plus, or would you prefer it to be really cold, 20 degrees or less?
That's so tough. That's so tough because every time you're in that season, whether it's cold or whether it's hot, you want it to be the opposite. You know what I
After a
mean?
while, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, I can't wait for it to be 20 degrees so I can just bundle up. And then you're in 20 degrees and you're like, oh God, can I just get back to summer? I think I'm going to answer cold. I'd rather bundle up.
So your preference, you cold, or is that? What's your
Yeah, I
guesses?
think I'd rather be. Oh, that's true. I forgot we were like guessing. I forgot we're like doing a thing right now.
Yeah.
Um, I think people are going to choose hot. I think people generally don't like being cold. So I'm going to say 72% to
Hot.
28%. So
Okay.
72% hot.
Okay. I don't even know what I prefer. I agree with you. It's just sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm tired of it. That's why I kind of like their seasons in Louisville. It's just like, all right, I'm tired of being hot, tired of being cold. I wouldn't want it to always be hot or always cold. I think
Yeah.
voting wise, I think people also prefer to be warm versus cold. But the argument is always, well, you can only take off so many clothes.
Yeah, that is always the argument.
That's always the
But
argument.
I feel like people are just going to go with warm, especially this time of year. They're going to go with warm.
All right, we're both on warm. I'll just go less of a percentage. I'm going to go 60-40.
Okay.
All right. Really? Oh, man, we're both wrong. Really cold. Yeah,
Ooh.
it's 72. Really hot at 28.
Okay. Well, I should have listened to myself, I guess.
Yeah, we both went against ourselves.
It's 1-1. How many we got left?
Two more. This one's, I think, is going to be pretty easy to guess. The percentage will be hard. What do you prefer to do, cardio or weightlifting?
People are going to say cardio, right? Just easier. 75-25 cardio.
You think cardio?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I know weightlifting is going to be the answer on this.
Oh,
one.
really?
Yeah, 100%. I would say it's going to be pretty high. I would say it's.
I guess I should have thought about the audience.
I would say it's 70 plus on the.
All right. I'm going to stick with my guess. I'm going to stick with it.
82 weights. Cardio.
Wow.
18.
You're training a bunch of gym rats.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know, weightlifting for sure. All right, last one, another food one, and then we come off the questions here. It is 2-1 now, so you need to hit this one to tie the ball game up.
Oh, stop. Tying is
pancakes or waffles?
People are going to say waffles.
Okay.
And it's going to be 68% waffles.
Okay. I think people are also going to say waffles, so it's going to come down to percentage here. You say 68%. I will say, I'm going to say 75. I'm going to take it pretty high. Give you a fair shake here. 57 waffles, 43 pancakes. Mm-hmm. All right, dude.
That's so lame.
It's all right.
We'll come up with something later.
Yeah. It's not about who wins or loses.
Shut up, dude. How would you feel if you came in second in your in Fortnite, you know?
We came in second a lot the other night.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah, it hurts, really doesn't it?
Yeah, it was really rough.
Now, what if you tied for first with another squad? How would you feel?
What's not possible?
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. That feeling would be so dissatisfying, right?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care on certain stuff. I'm like, I don't. We're moving on.
Fine. Next.
I'm going to the next thing. I got this. Here we go. There's so many things. All right. I don't even know if you've caught this yet. Kind of a pun on what I'm going to say. We watch Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, we do, actually.
Okay. In the intro, who's the Jesse? Jesse takes a bite of something, and then throws it, and then
Yeah.
Wells catches it and takes a bite of it. What do you think it is? Or do you know what it is?
I mean, I always thought it was a burrito.
Okay. It is a burrito. It is a
Yeah.
burrito. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first times because Lauren and I caught up on an episode, yes, last week or something. And I actually watched the intro. I'm like, what was that? And then I think Lauren said thought it was a banana. And I am okay with her saying that because how bland and ridiculously bad this burrito
Yeah.
looks.
It looks
So
terrible.
I have the video. If you're watching, and if you're not watching, you can go check out the YouTube, or you can just listen to us talk about this of what this burrito looks like. And I have a picture. Who made this burrito? I
Dude,
know
I
this is made.
guarantee it was just on set. Someone rolled up a tortilla, like beans and rice, and that's it.
I have no clue. It looks insane. How do I get my tab up here? Here we go. Okay. Can you see my picture or my
Yep.
screen with shirtless men on it? Okay. Sorry. I've got it right where it needs to be. Okay. If you're watching, here we go. What ends up happening is this is the intro to the show. And the host of the show catches it. And the intro is very cheesy. It's meant to be cheesy.
It's supposed to be cheesy, yeah.
Yeah. And is it Jesse Palmer? I think he's a former football athlete.
And former bachelor.
Okay. He catches a burrito. He catches a burrito and he takes a bite out of it, and then he tosses it off screen, and then the bartender of the show / therapist, I guess, catches it. And
yeah.
and he takes a bite of it, and then he shows the inside of the burrito. I think he's showing the inside of the burrito to basically almost as a joke, like, look how terrible this is. Like he's actually calling for help.
Oh, really? Okay.
Let's watch this clip. I mean, he doesn't look happy. He tosses it. Oh, it's a different one. Look at the inside of this thing. It's a terrible pause.
Yeah, it's okay.
One more. I mean,
yeah,
you just got to.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, someone just like rolled that thing right before they started shooting.
I don't know. I'm gonna
awful, man.
I'm gonna clip this section of the podcast and I'm gonna put it on the TikTok. And if you're watching this on TikTok now, as I'm explaining, I want you. What is that? Who made that burrito? What is this nonsense? I don't know, but I saw that and I had to bring it up.
That's a great thing to key in on. Ooh.
Yeah,
well, I mean, it's a great thing to key in on.
I saw it and I was like, I've got to bring this up to Cole, and I feel like hopefully other people have also seen how bad this looks. It's not. There's no way it's just me. That's how bad that burrito looks. It's insane. But
you're also such a burrito man. You know, you're a burrito freak.
I did a new recipe and it worked out really well. Did it so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I made a new recipe. I made bean and refried beans, beef, and queso burritos. And because there's not much like carbs or like potatoes in there, you have to basically roll them and then you bake them, and then the tortilla kind of hardens up, and then to reheat them just in the air fryer. Dude, I'm telling you, so good.
Can you explain to me how to make refried beans very quickly?
Yeah, do you like refried beans?
I think they're fine, but I would like to know how to make them.
So I do a hacked version. I actually have a video that I've put together that I'm going to post about it. But it's funny enough, one of my longtime clients, really good friend, he used to work for not Taco Bell. He used to work for Yum and kind of like Taco Bell, KFC. Mm-hmm. He was he helped like actually develop a lot of the ones in Louisville, I believe. And I told him how I made my refried beans because he really likes them. He goes, "That's how Taco Bell does it." Hopefully not giving hacks away on here, but
it doesn't matter.
So what I do is I take, because I don't want to soak the beans. I don't want it to take a long period of time. I take 2 cans of beans, like pinto beans. You take one, you drain it. You take the other and you don't drain it, and you put it in the blender, both in the blender.
Okay.
And then in the oven, you just take aluminum foil. You take half a yellow onion, just kind of break it up on the aluminum foil. Then you take it and you put it into the oven and broil it for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then you take 3 cloves of garlic, put that in there, and then I just do canned jalapenos, put that in there, olive oil a little bit, another 5 minutes, so it kind of chars it. And then you put that in the blender with seasoning, and then you blend it, and then you pour it in the pan, and you just let it simmer until like some of the moisture comes out of it. And then you put lime juice in the end. Boom, you got bento refried beans.
That sounds delicious. Here's the thing. I don't like just refried beans, but I do like it included in like a burrito or something.
Yeah,
So,
it adds a texture and flavor. So like with
yep.
the beef, the bean, the cheese, that is a very minimal burrito. But if you have the seasoning
Mm-hmm.
right, it can hit. Which
Mm-hmm.
I've got those things seasoned up. It's good.
Which is why you're so anti the Bachelor in Paradise burrito. So,
Yeah, it's exactly. Thank you for. I am a burrito advocate.
yes, you are. Yes, you are. Nothing
Burritos
wrong
are
with that. Nothing wrong
burrito.
with that. You know.
Like today for lunch, it wasn't a burrito, but I made pizza enchiladas with chicken, cheese, and it's not enchiladas, quesadillas. It's so simple. It's good. I like tortillas. That's my thing.
Fair enough.
That's my thing. All right, we're going to fitness, and then we're going to Lomas, and then we're going to Christmas.
Fitness.
Dude, we have.
Fitness. We're only like 25 minutes in.
I have a fitness thing to talk about.
Whatever.
It's
All right.
important.
Go
But
ahead.
we have to do another Christmas episode with all four of us.
Definitely.
It was fun.
It was fun.
We'll do it again. And Erin has her own little setup too. And
Yeah, she does.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah.
Everyone can be. And I haven't. We'll all four be on camera this time because I have the other webcam. All right, so get ready for a Christmas episode when we're coming out in December for Christmas. Okay. Speaking of Christmas, no, fitness is first. Fitness.
Yeah, fitness.
Okay. Deadlifting. Okay. It is not a controversial concept, but there's some people that say it's a dumb thing to do. You shouldn't do it if you're an athlete. And we've been down that route a little bit, but I'm going to go down this route. I go to Crunch, which means I get to see a lot of different styles or experiences of lifting. So I get to. I'm not that I'm watching people work out, but there's sometimes
But
where I'm
you
seeing
are.
stuff. Yeah, I am a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not judging anyone, but one of the ones that I wish I could universally help out with over at Crunch is just simply everyone's deadlift not everyone's, a decent amount of people's deadlift technique as far as how wide their feet are. Okay.
Okay.
So when you set your feet up for a deadlift, how wide, and I've taught you, we had one day where we talked about how wide do you think your feet should be? Like just in a very basic sense.
I just feel like everything, I feel like a default for anything should be shoulder width, right?
Okay.
Unless otherwise specified, right? Like shoulder width should be your default for most exercises. This is me speaking. This is not Brandon.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Be careful. Okay. But I just feel like your default should be shoulder width. No wider and no especially not narrower.
Okay. So you say especially not narrow. And then why do you think it's your default? Is it just something you heard in high school, or do you even have
Yeah, probably. Probably just like something I've heard anytime I do something, you know.
Okay. It's great.
Yeah.
Exactly what you're saying is perfect because it's exactly the route I'm going down here. So shoulder width commonly ends up being a lot of people's default. That's where they go. All right, my feet should be shoulder width. On a squat, okay, relative, I definitely do agree with that. But when it comes to a deadlift, one thing that people are forgetting is, let's say like my shoulders, for example. My shoulders are not significantly, they are definitely wider than my hips. So if you were to take my shoulder bones and put little dots on them, and then you were to take my hip bones and put little dots on them, it would make it in, right? So because it's in, you've got hip width to shoulder width. There's that middle ground and that middle range.
Yep.
But on a deadlift, for example, because you're having to pick something off of the floor, if you take your feet, let's say, too wide, your arms are going to have to be wider. If your arms are wider, what does that require your butt to do? Be higher or lower? Arms wider, higher, lower.
My brain is not functioning for that.
Okay.
I have no idea.
That's fine. So if
higher.
You take your lower. If you take your
Oh, come on, man.
If you take your hands wider during a deadlift, then your butt is going to have to be lower because you have to reach further down.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So reach further down. So if there's a certain point, if you take your feet too wide, your butt's going to have to be a certain amount of depth lower. The lower your butt gets to the floor, the closer it's going to get to the bar. The closer it is to the bar, the less leverage you have. Think about it from this standpoint. If I were to give you a hammer and I were to have you hold your hand right near the top of the hammer versus the bottom of the hammer, which one gives you more leverage or power?
I mean, the bottom.
The bottom.
Yeah.
It's more length, or there's more distance in the leverage, or in the actual, not actually full, not I'm thinking of the right word, in the arm. I can't. Now I'm thinking biomechanics from college. There's more distance between the fulcrum and then you actually swinging, right? So the same thing. Here's the bar. My finger here. Here's your butt. The lower you drop it, the closer it gets to the bar. Less leverage. So the objective biomechanically is you want to get your butt as far away from the bar as possible in order to gain more leverage. If your butt goes lower, your knees will also have to go more forward. The more forward your knees have to go, the more you're going to have to get your knees out of the way for the bar to create a path to go up.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, if your butt is too low, so okay, I'm going to back up just a little bit and make this a little more sense. If you were to take your feet too wide, so let's say shoulder width, or maybe a little bit wider, so a pretty wide stance, and then you go to grip the bar, your hand's going to have to be wider. When your hands are wider, your butt is lower. And once that bar gets really, really heavy, what's going to shoot up first? Your butt.
Yeah.
Because your butt's going to shoot up. Now the bar is going to be in front of your shoulders. Now you're going to have to use a lot more back to pick up the bar.
Yeah, like the top of your back or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if instead you were to bring your feet, let's say, and I'm doing a whole TikTok on this, it's going to probably be out very soon. It's going to break this down really well. If you were to bring your feet just hip width, so you draw a line from the pointy bones of the front of your hip, put them directly underneath, your hands are a little bit closer, your butt's going to be up a little bit further and back. It's going to give you more leverage. So then now, instead of your butt shooting up first and then you doing this, everything just goes like that. So at the end of all this, my thing for everyone is try to go hip width with your stance when deadlifting, because it's going to give you a better biomechanic. It's going to give you it's going to make you more biomechanically readily available to pick up the bar. The reason people go wider is because it gives them more balance. They feel more stable, but it's not as efficient. So that's my fitness for the day.
That was quite the spiel.
So
what does that word mean? Spiel? I've always used that, and I know what it means, but like, what the heck, dude? Spiel? Can we spell that? S-P-E?
Don't ask me for spelling.
Yeah, I know that.
Don't ask me for spelling.
Spiel.
Yeah, I know.
S-P-I-L-L? I don't know. Put in the comments what you think spiel is.
Spiel.
Anyways.
What was that game? What is that game we were playing this past weekend? What was it called?
Codenames, dude?
Codenames, okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you've never played, that's
great game.
Yeah.
Really
you need
divides
a recommendation.
Friendships.
If you need a good recommendation for a game to give someone over the holidays or to play over the holidays, it's a good one.
Super fun. The team element, the teamwork element is great.
Yeah,
I do like it a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. But then if you have someone that's super competitive, I actually had someone tell me that I brought up the story about Lauren saying clandestine and then using kaleidoscope, which we won't go into that whole story, but oh yeah, we played that game before, and it was with extended family. They said it got a little rowdy. I was like, okay,
yeah, I could see it.
You don't get my clues. Why don't you get my clues?
Yeah. It's a great game. You should all get it. You should all play it, especially during Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Codenames, good game. A lot of fun. It's not even expensive. It's pretty simple setup. Rules are easy. There's a learning curve to knowing how to do.
Yes, definitely. Definitely a learning curve.
Doing the clues is something for sure. All right, this weekend is the second Saturday in November, which means it's Lomas. I don't know if we talked about Lomas on this podcast before.
Yeah, I think we did.
Hey, we talked about Lomas. So Lomas this weekend, I'm super excited. Lauren gave me a presentation for what Lomas is going to be, and it's going to be a part of our...
Did she make a PowerPoint?
It was, I would say it's more of an advanced PowerPoint because we use Canva.
Dude, I think we should do that for the podcast. Okay. So we both pick something to make a PowerPoint about. And it can be anything we want. We have 5 minutes.
5 minutes to make a PowerPoint?
No. 5 minutes to talk about said topic.
Okay. Let's spitball because I love this so much. Do you have access to you? Well, you could use Canva. You'd want to use Canva because it's do you not use Canva?
I mean, yeah, I've used it before. It's been a minute, but
So the reason I'd say you want to use Canva is because it has templates. So let me pull up my Canva real quick. I love this idea. All right, spitball some topics. Would they be similar topics for both of us, or
No,
would we do the same topic or different?
no. We pick our
Okay,
own topic. The other person doesn't know about it.
so it could be something completely just. I don't
Random,
even know.
whatever we want to talk about.
Oh man, this is exciting. I really like this idea. So if you when using Canva, what you could do, let's say on the design element here, I'm going to type in. Let's say you want to do basketball. I'll
Yep.
type in basketball on the design, and then it just gives you a a template of what you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So you just go to like presentation, yeah, and then it's free too. So you could definitely see if it's got any good. Let's see here. I don't even know what my topics. My topics I feel like would have to be completely left field. Yeah, so this one has 10 pages you can just swipe through, and all you do is change the pictures and whatever. All right, dude, let's do it. Yeah, that'll be next episode. We're going to do presentations
Mm-hmm.
for each other. I like it. All right.
Anyways, back to
Back to you.
Lomas. I like the presentation style. So what did she present to you?
So there's some was just like options. So if you don't know what Lomas is essentially it's a holiday that I created for my wife Lauren when we first started dating. It was actually our first year, and the first year it was just one day we like, all right, we're gonna decorate her room. We weren't living together, and we went to Hobby Lobby and got lights and a little mini tree, and it's just become this whole really fun holiday. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite, and now it's a whole weekend. So our presentation had a timeline. We're very A type in a lot of stuff that we do, and everything has a time and specifics. So we're very organized on stuff. So it was Friday. It was what we're eating, what we're doing, what we need to check and see what we need of or want to change as far as decorations go. And then Saturday, it's kind of a timeline of okay, we're waking up, we're doing this. What are we eating? Because one of the things about Lomas is we don't cook unless it's something that is like cookies. Like we're gonna cook cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I think the cookies that we're gonna do, they're called cinnamon roll cookies.
Was it on TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them. I saved it. I was like, maybe I'll make these. I probably won't,
Well,
but tell me how they are.
we'll
Yeah.
make them, and I'll let you know. And the general gist of them is you ball up like some brown sugar and sugar,
Yeah.
and then you freeze it, and then you make a cookie, and then you throw that in the
Throw.
dough,
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
and then you roll it in more sugar, and then you spread it
Like,
out in sugar.
dude, the amount of butter that was being thrown in, I was like, dude, this looks insane.
It was three
It's like
sticks of
three
butter.
sticks. Yeah.
So I think we're gonna be making those, and we've picked out which we're gonna probably end up watching Elf, not watching, just having an Elf and the Grinch and just the whole thing. It's just Christmas. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite things. I love it. Slow Miss whole weekend, and then Kylo's gonna have a portion on Sunday, and then we're also gonna go to Target.
A
I know this is a
portion.
lot. Yeah, so Kylo on Sunday, we're gonna take him to go get dog treats. He's gonna get a new bone, a new toy.
Okay.
Yeah, Kylo has to have a part of it too.
Oh, of course.
And then we have a Target section where we're going to go to Target. We haven't picked out the specifics of what we're going to do, but we're basically going to go in, and each of us are going to have like 20 minutes to kind of do the whole like, all right, you got to pick out one thing that's cozy or one like snack, and it has to be like under like $20 or something, and just have fun with it. So yeah, that's
Cool.
Lomas. Yeah,
It's
Christmas.
exciting.
Yep. Those cookies are going to be good though. I love them. And we're obviously going to have Havana Rumba. Havana Rumba. We're going. We always got to have Havana Rumba.
What is like a Thanksgiving decoration?
A turkey.
That's not like a
It's like
picture of a turkey. Is that what you're telling me right now?
like a turkey statue. I don't know. I mean, what draws it from being Thanksgiving to fall? I mean, I guess you could have like a.
turkey statue, bro. Like what?
Could you imagine if people had like statues of Christopher Columbus? If that's a Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's such a horrible statue to have.
Now you're getting down a whole rabbit hole of people actually starting to realize what Thanksgiving kind of was, and it's
Yeah,
really sad
true.
at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah, true. But oh man, that's so funny. No, I was just thinking like most people are like November 1st Christmas people. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
And no one decorates for Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
And I was just thinking, what would that actually look like? What would
Well,
Thanksgiving decorations look like?
I think it's just kind of blends with Halloween and fall, right? Like that's Thanksgiving.
I feel like no, I'm gonna disagree.
I know what you're. I know
I
what. Like
think
I know where you're
I
going.
think September and November are the same months. Everyone once like middle of September hits, they're like, it's fall.
Yeah.
I have to decorate like it's fall. And then October hits and they're like, oh, it's Halloween.
Hmm.
I have to decorate like it's Halloween. And then November hits and people are already thinking about Christmas. But I think it should actually just be a second September.
So actually, in November around here, I've seen some Halloween decorations still up, like a blow up pumpkin or something. Because it's November 6th at this point, I really want it. Not like I would
It
actually
is
do
not
it.
the 6th, by the way. It is the 8th.
It's
You're
the
just
I wanted to punt that pumpkin. I was like, this needs to be gone. It's November 8th at this point. I saw it on the 6th. I'm sorry. I don't know why I remember
it's
the day that
okay.
I saw it. It was
It's okay.
Monday. That's why. But yes, I wanted to punt that pumpkin. I was like, there's no more Halloween. Halloween's done. When Halloween's over, the decoration needs to be down within the day or two of it being over. And it's partially because I don't like Halloween,
That's
but also
harsh, man.
it's Christmas time. Get the Halloween decorations
That's
down.
harsh.
That's how I feel.
I think I'm gonna start decorating for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But
What
not
would
because I like Thanksgiving that much, but
uh,
because no one else does it. I think it'd be kind of fun.
what would your decorations be?
I don't know.
You don't even know.
And here's the thing. That's the exciting part. I get to make them up. I think a statue of a turkey is a great start. I think it's a great start.
Let me type in Thanksgiving decorations. It's gonna
And
be
then
just a bunch of
like
fall stuff.
I here's what I want. I want like really corny stuff. So maybe like a statue of a pumpkin pie.
I've got another one for you. Well, here we go. We got turkeys with pilgrim hats on. That's one. These are
That's
actually kind of
great.
cool. Another one. You need a big sign that just says "thankful."
Oh
That's what.
yes. Yes, dude. I think I don't know. I just feel like it's free reign. And like
There's.
that's a market that is not tapped into. Oh, I should get a cornucopia, dude.
There you go.
Like a giant one.
You
Like
should get a cornucopia and then underneath it put Fruit of the Loom, even though it's not in the Fruit of the Loom thing.
that's true.
Now we're
The
getting
like
ironic.
Bernstein effects or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, but I feel like the only decoration for Thanksgiving is turkeys.
Mm-hmm. Turkeys and stuff with like pilgrim hats.
Yeah, but like pilgrims are lame and not good people, so because pumpkins still kind of represent Halloween, right?
What is candy corn? Is candy corn more Halloween or Thanksgiving? That's another.
Oh, that's a great question. I actually don't know. See, but this is where we can get creative.
Yeah, the Fruit of the Loom cornucopia I think is great. Thankful as a massive sign is great.
Yes, dude. Right when you walk in, just boom.
It needs to be
Thankful.
massive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. It needs to showcase exactly how thankful I am for Thanksgiving.
They were roasting on the podcast I was listening this morning. They were roasting Thanksgiving food again. Not that I'm going to get it. Not that I don't. I enjoy Thanksgiving food, but it's just nowhere near as good as like other stuff. It's like if I were to go through here, if I were to give you options, like all right, you can have turkey or a burger. Be picking.
Burger.
Okay. If I were to give the options of now, this one might be a little more challenging: mac and cheese or a pasta.
That's so weird. Why would you pick those two things?
Because they're noodles. They're both noodles. A
I
noodly
mean, like, I would choose the best mac and cheese.
over
So,
the best pasta.
yeah,
Why?
because it's cheesy and it's the same thing as pasta, but just good cheese.
Yeah, but you could put Parmesan cheese on top of a pasta, and then
Yeah, but then it's a mac and cheese, dude.
it's not. It's a more advanced version of a mac and cheese.
Did you just hear yourself?
Yes. Yeah, pasta is a more advanced version of a mac and cheese, just with less cheese. Is what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So less cheese, not a fan of. More
Yeah.
cheese, I'm a fan of.
All right, fair enough. And then like potatoes. What is the most notorious potato you have on like, mashed potatoes? Is that the
Yeah,
most?
probably mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Would you rather have a mashed potatoes or French fries? Mashed potatoes are pretty much any other like mashed potatoes. I think are the my least favorite type of potatoes.
Garlic mashed potatoes go so crazy though.
Yeah, but you could have the same level of garlic in something that just has a little bit more texture to it, or bacon bits. I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know. I think mashed potatoes are the lowest form of
God,
potatoes.
you're just a hater though, for sure.
On Thanksgiving food, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just not.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
and this is definitely gonna be, I think, controversial. Is I like stuffing.
Oh, dude, I knew it. I knew it. Before you said anything, I knew it, dude. You were gonna say stuffing.
I like stuffing.
God, that's so. Those people are the worst. Those people are the worst kinds of people.
I like a good. I don't think. I just don't think people. Okay, there's different ranges of stuffing. Can be terrible. It can really be
And that
terrible.
is, you know what? I will concede to that. The range on stuffing is insane.
Stuffing can be just like, oh, what is this? And then like you're like, it's like separated and it's gross.
Yep.
Or and then you have a different range. So you've got really bad over here, right? And then you have the stovetop. Total. Bear with me. The stovetop box stuffing hits. Now, there's also better stuffing than that, but I just that like, there's really bad stuffing. There's the box stuffing, and then there's the really good stuff. I like stuffing.
Whatever.
It's bread.
That's
I
it.
mean,
That's
it's
all I have to say. I mean, I don't know. It's like I knew you would be that person.
I
So
like stuffing. I like really good stuffing. Stovetop box stuffing is amazing. I might go buy some and eat some, to be honest. That's where I'm at. I like stovetop box stuffing. All right, what do we got on the list here?
you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I threw a bunch of stuff on here. Oh, this will be very quick, but I'm going to say it anyways because I need to say it. Hey, TikTok, people that are making TikToks, quit making the ones where I have to swipe. Now at this point, instead of like being like 2 or 3, it's like swipe, 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 swipe. So Lauren was going through one, and we were watching TikToks together, and I was driving. So as the person driving, I'm the person swiping, and as she's doing it at the same time, that's what we call it. Do you guys call it driving when you guys watch TikTok together?
No.
Okay,
I see
so
what you're saying.
yeah, I was
I
driving,
thought you were saying okay.
not driving a vehicle.
Yeah, well, you didn't set that up very well.
Yeah. No. So when we're watching TikToks, we go, "Who's driving?" Right?
Okay.
Who's
I get
who's
it now.
leading this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just and then it was one she shared with me, and then like the very next one was I was like, "I'm not doing this anymore. Here, you swipe." And this thing didn't end. It just kept going. So
Yeah,
hey,
dude.
guys, stop.
I think they can do like up to 35 photos.
It's out of control.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I kind of like them sometimes, but most of the time I'm like, and I don't ever really get to the end. You know.
Yeah. Well, see, here's another crazy thing about TikTok, and this is not me. This is just like me, like genuinely, like how does this even happen? If I look at like my insights on some of my videos, let's say like the Wimby one, it's got like 15,000 views. It's got good retention on it. But then you'll go to like the insights, and it's almost every single one of my videos, whether it has 1,000 views or 500, whatever. And the insight will say, I think it'd be 80% of it would be, I can't even remember what numbers, like 90% of the people only viewed this video for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, are people just going like this? Like what? 2 seconds? Like what is that? That's insane.
I mean, I don't know. Next time you watch TikTok, see how long you spend on a TikTok. You know what I mean? Like
I always
think about it.
I genuinely
don't tell me you go start to finish.
No, I don't. No. But the thing is, it's
I
2
know.
seconds.
I know. 2
Like,
seconds is crazy.
it is. I'm like, either the insight thing is wrong because it doesn't correlate to how many people. Like if I look at my total viewership, it's pretty high on some. I look at even the higher videos. I understand some of them, whatever, not a big deal. I get it, but it's just like how's it only 2 seconds? I genuinely, when I watch videos, as long as like I'll give it a chance. Now, if it has on the sidebar has like 0 likes and it's just like some weird dude with a weird camera angle, like just like I'm like, all right, I don't know what the hell. You know, I'm gonna
What do
swipe off that
you
pretty
mean?
fast.
Those are the best ones.
No.
Oh my god! All right, you're
Some
missing out,
videos-
man.
Some videos you can tell real fast. We're getting off this one. Like the sponsored ones are also. You're like, but get out of here.
No.
That nonsense. We're not watching sponsored videos. Get the frick out of here. All right, I have one last thing, and this might tangent off something else, and maybe not.
That's fine.
I mentioned it already, but I want to put this in here because I've been wanting. I hope the guy that owns or runs Havana Rumba hears this. I'm going to tag him in it because Lauren and I see ourselves, I think, very much. I think we both see ourselves as cheesy as it is. We're definitely foodies. Like we love trying new food. We love food. We love going to different restaurants.
Definitely are.
Yeah, and the one restaurant in our entire relationship that we've definitely, without a doubt, visited the most is Havana Rumba. And Havana Rumba is, it never misses. The food is always insanely good. I don't know who's the owner or the manager of that place, but as a small business owner, dude, kudos. You knock it out of the park every single time. The food is reasonably priced. A lot of times it ends up being two meals. And every single time we go there, we know we're going to be incredibly satisfied. I've tried at least five things off the menu, and it's always hard to pick which one I'm going to get. But I always kind of go with the same thing because I love it so much, the Havana Club sandwich. So if you're someone that lives in Louisville and you've never tried Havana Rumba, especially the one in Middletown, because that one's the one we go to, not saying that ones aren't good, Havana Rumba is your spot. It is amazing. I love it so much. Lauren and I have been there way too many times. We're going there on Saturday. It's part of the reason I bring it up. It's going to be, Lauren had a list up of three options of what we should do on Saturday for lunch. And it was a new place, which we're going to try Harry's, which we've never tried before, or Drake's because it has a ton of options, or just a tried and true Havana Rumba. And it was pretty much a non negotiable. We're going to Havana Rumba. We're going because we love it so much. And kudos to those guys. One of the best restaurants in Louisville, hands down. Just like if you had to incorporate everything about it, love it. So that's my ending rant. Had to put it in there today.
Go to Havana Rumba
Yes.
and have a great day.